The digs ain't much to look at. At least it's roomy. What do you do for fun in this dump?
You're here to work. How you occupy your off time is your own problem.
Gonna be your problem real soon. On the inside, I got bored. Somebody got stabbed. Gotta keep me busy.
Stick with me and you won't be short on targets.
That's more like it. You got crummy taste and company. Bad enough with that skinny broad and the little twerp trying to walk tall. But I don't get how that squeaking thing in the bellyaching dandy ain't become target practice yet. How'd a hard case like you get tangled up with such a bunch of dainties?
It'd be a mistake to underestimate any of my crew.
Yeah? I ain't buying it. None of your tag-alongs would have lasted 2 minutes with any of my crowd.
I can't picture you as a people person.
Sitting around by myself. Ain't much of a party. Had a good thing going back on Coruscant. Empire shook that place up real good. No law. Just unclaimed turf. And millions of dregs clawing at each other for the scraps. One big round-the-clock brawl. Shame it didn't last.
The Republic sent in the troops?
Pecking order got sorted out, gangs formed, party ended. Still, turf wars were fun. My gang was top of the pack. Black Sun were killers to the core, not like those lazy, stinking huts. Wonder what they've been doing since I got nabbed. Gotta go find me something to break. I've been thinking running with you ain't so bad. More downtime than I'd like, but at least it ain't like being in the can. Too much time between killings on the inside.
I'm guessing Belsavis wasn't the first place you did time.
I don't get pinched often, but when they got me, they try and hang on. Ain't all bad. Best place to meet the real scum of the universe. Get connected. Lockup took me from the streets to the major leagues.
Black Sun wasn't good enough for you?
I'm talking about when I was just getting started. First time I got nabbed. Shared a cell with a Hutt cartel gangsta once. Helped him bust out. Got introduced to the family. Had a couple good years being an enforcer, before those slimy two-faced slugs tried to bump me off. Hadn't noticed how much that time in the cooler cramped my style. Got me rusty.
You're keeping up.
Can still take half the chumps you deal with one hand. Ain't my point. I'm just saying, all this running around busting heads is whetting my appetite, and I'm itching to do some real damage. Never did get my hands on that stinking hut that tried to have me bumped off. Been thinking, I'm overdue.
What do you expect from me?
I say I was looking for help? All you need to know is, once I find the dirty backstabber, I'm paying him a visit. This is where I get off, runt.
Been waiting forever to hear that.
Huh, funny. Found me that slimy Hutt I was talking about. He's been getting fat and happy all these years after crossing me. Time he gets what's coming to him.
When you're finished with this, it better not come back to haunt us.
When I'm finished, Ain't gonna be much left. Try not getting killed. Gonna want something to do when I get back.
You're back.
Ain't like a bunch of hut flunkies was gonna give me trouble. Would have been back sooner, but the slug and I had a lot of catching up to do.
I assume this grudge of yours is finished?
Only thing left for that hut is getting hosed off the walls. This is the way to do it. Doing what we want when we want. Ain't nobody gonna say otherwise. Kinda glad I ain't killed you yet.
You mean you're glad you haven't tried?
I'll get around to it. Figure I ain't going back to organized crime, now that I got free run of the galaxy. But that don't mean I ain't got pull. Long as I'm running with you, you black son.
When do I get my palace?
You ain't gonna be some hut cartel wimp. You want territory? Go take it. All I'm saying is you and yours need something. Black Sun's got your back. Now quit making a fuss before I change my mind.
뭐 길라 뭐 그런 길. 야, 안 본파 무엇이다.
Go ahead, Blizz.
식다 후파. 유나리스타 전화가와 지 가스페이나 건트인가. 자 후수가 기해 샷당 그가 두이나 바나.
This is great, Blizz. I'll be sure to show it off to everyone.
호퍼 마왕가 두두스카 우드와나 와다 수카 쿠파. 셰스코에 시아차나가 본파 콤친가. 마구사노 파청키 파 구타지오토 인디야.
What makes them irreplaceable?
휘퍼 내가 트위피 헤이 보카 동거 와나 왕가. 툰타 수자 낼고 이가다 올라 오카타 우자술.
Just try not to get your hopes up, all right?
이가 방가. 저 펑크 울트만 기사 저보 이 가프원 차와. 자 후수가 기해 샷당 그가 두이나 바나.
What did Mako have to say?
Tanta Susa, Cheska Pakuta, Kiska Tadawata. Sha'amuddin told Magisa, Mikisa Taporena.
That sounds dangerous, Blizz.
Wama Otoja Koga Utapawa, du Bambawula. Meet your finger la. Mambe!
Did you find Shreely?
토하와도 불려있어. 이것도 새것도 우비우비. 오늘 본거와 운이 그봐 돈틱탁 마키두기. Sisa kawaki o tapu banda baki wanki.
People should think twice about pushing you around now, right?
Kava tuka amishka, kava no tas ma watila. Mo kila mo klunki, yat, an bompa borsuda. Bedwana urbi kila wato banki, dunko podokanoda.
What's so special about this little gadget anyway?
Mana aja noka. Kuka de choski na wakuchusa, yo makta chi pompota.
It's obviously something you put a lot of care into.
Tuntazuza nerko, higata noya, okata uzazul. Chesko yeskia chanaka, bumpa komchinka. Tanta Zuza, Cheska Pakuta, Kiska Tadawata. Miska Takamu.
What's on your mind?
Wafumare to Poto Dwana, Wanki Wapata, Yatuka Luka. Unabonko Wawuni, Kupa, Tontika Makituki.
You're glad that Drilly almost got you killed?
Yama Bisto Chanaga, Imecha Tonmicha! Hopo Mawanka Tuduska, Udwana Wada Suka Kupa! Funtahasa.
So, what do you know about Hilo Viz?
Who or what is Hilo Viz?
Only the big-time celebrity who coordinated the biggest blockade run this galaxy's ever seen. She broke the Mandalorian blockade at the Hydian Way. You know, the one that strangled Coruscant and dashed a full-scale Jedi assault. And it wasn't out of the goodness of her heart, either. Credits were involved. A lot of them.
She's single?
I heard that.
No, she's dead. According to the rumors, anyway. Most think the Hutts were behind Hilo's disappearance, but anyone who knew her could tell you they'd have better odds winning a marathon. No, she's still out there. Somewhere.
Never took you for the type to get starstruck.
What? No. We've got history. Hilo was my old partner. More than that. That blockade run was the last thing we ever did together. Like I said, a lot of credits were involved. When I saw the opportunity, I took off and left Hilo holding the bag. Stupid.
You double-crossed your own girlfriend?
Technically, she wasn't my girlfriend when I double-crossed her. I was young and naive and maybe a little afraid of commitment. I didn't know what I lost until it was gone. Listen, I found out that an old associate from that blockade run is still around and kicking. A mutual acquaintance. I owe Hilo one last visit. If he knows where she's been laying low all this time, I've got to track him down. I caught up with that old associate from the blockade run. Old Quan and I had a nice little chat. He was surprised to see me, to say the least.
Can you trust him to keep quiet about your new identity?
Oh, I'd say he'll remain mum on the subject indefinitely. Don't give me that look. I bought his last round. Before I had to end Quan's retirement prematurely, I convinced him to fill me in on some gaps in our history since the blockade run. When the Hutts came looking for their return investment, Hilo Viz smuggled herself off to Republic space with the help of another free trader.
Looks like she got over you quickly enough.
Haha, fat chance. Hilo had better taste in who to be caught dead with. Remember Zale Barrows? She cut a deal with that twerp to hide her on Belsavis. If she's still stuck there, this is my chance to swoop in to the rescue. I've got to go after her.
It seems like you owe her a lot more than that, but it's a start.
If I don't make it, well, thanks. I don't think Tiresias would have ever gotten this opportunity.
When did you get back?
Oh, a little while ago. I wasn't exactly in a talkative mood. My little pipe dream involving Hilo went about as you'd have expected.
Didn't find her?
No, I found her. After all these years, I finally caught up with her, and she hadn't changed a bit. I found her on Belsavis in some sort of stasis chamber. It was like I'd just left.
Talk about your past catching up with you.
If she'd had a blaster, she'd have shot me the moment she came to. Lucky for me, she recognized that prison wasn't the place to hash things out. She took off the first chance she got. Hardly the reunion I was looking for, but I got her out of that pit. That counts for something, right?
She'd have been stuck down there forever if you hadn't.
She deserved better than that. Hey, who needs love anyway? Thanks. If you'll excuse me, I need to create a hangover to nurse. You're not gonna believe this. I heard from Hilo. She's willing to take me back if I'm willing to show she means more to me than me. Sent the message certified, credits on delivery. Almost cleaned me out just to have it delivered.
She's nobody's fool.
Never was. If it had been my plan to steal the money, she'd have sniffed me out. That just sort of happened. I learned my lesson. I feel like I'm back in my prime. Not that I'd slipped, I'm just unburdened. I owe you for that, so I thought I'd say it. Don't go making a big deal out of it.
Never.
I've got to hand it to you. You really surprised me. You're not what I would call a conventional partner in crime. But we're really turning out to make quite the team.
You just needed someone who could pick up all your slack.
Can you argue with the results? You and me, we're going to carve out a criminal empire, or at least accumulate one heck of a fortune. Your children's children won't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, wild space is the limit.
Never thanked you. Not making a big deal over me taking off. Good to see my brothers are still alive. Cordan owes me 50 credits.
Never leave a debt, Torian.
He's good for it. Been meaning to ask something. Mandalore tell you the race Ulnare when you were adopted into his clan?
There was a lot of stuff in Mandalorian. Could have been talking about the weather for all I know.
Sorta what I thought. Race Ulnare means 6 actions. The core of Mandalorian life. Speaking the language is a big one. I could teach you, if you're up for it.
I probably ought to know what my people were saying about me.
Have to find some time later, then. Been working on a new shot. Something I picked up watching you. Want to check it out?
Let's see it.
Think it'd be best to try it in a real firefight. Let's get to work. Sooner we're moving, the sooner you can see me in action. Been thinking about something Cornish said. Thought he'd be seeing some real action again soon. You think he meant it? Or was that just talk?
He's your friend. You'd know better than I would.
Cornish means what he says, mostly. Could always be wrong, though. Almost hope he's wrong. This armor might not be up to a decent fight.
That's some kind of hint that you want to buy new armor?
Not something you can buy. Mandalore gave you a piece of Beskar Gom, didn't he? Should be made of Beskar. Only our people can work it.
Never heard of it. Why is it important?
It's stronger than Durasteel. Can take lightsaber hits if it has to. Can't find better. This can wait. We ought to get to work.
Trouble?
Remember how Cornish thought things would be heating up? Listen.
I've got a mission. Thought you might want in on it. Clan Ordo's been hired to kill a senator who's hiding out under major Jedi protection. It'll be a serious engagement. He's gone to ground in a heavily fortified area. Worth a lot of credits, too. If you're interested, meet us at the Bayless Estate on Alderaan. Corridan out.
Planning on taking off again?
They're my brothers. I need to be there.
Better get going. Don't want to miss the fight.
Thanks.
Still alive.
Seems that way. Weren't all so lucky.
Did Corridan make it through?
Took a lightsaber strike. Glanced off his big head. Didn't care to find out firsthand. Never let them get close.
Dancing with a lightsaber's a good way to lose weight.
Better find some Beskar if I'm making a habit of it. Our people have a saying, Alit or Ishe Taldin. You know it? Family is more than blood. I'm glad you came to Terrace.
I know what you mean.
I'll watch your six no matter what. Ever eaten Mandalorian food? At your adoption, maybe?
I've been meaning to track some down.
Been craving it since I left. Food here's a little bland, no offense. Thought I'd put something together next chance I got. Interested?
I won't turn down a hot meal.
Let you know next time I'm headed to the galley.
Something on your mind?
Family. Not much of Clan Cader left. Aren't close either. Got spread out after the schism.
What schism?
Crusader schism. What they called the war between the clans. Ordo, Kelborn, Etera. They all recovered. Think it was a shame they kept us apart. Feud settled now. Maybe it's time. Scene 15. Made contact with some of my cousins. It's strange, but a start.
They receptive to a meeting?
I think so. Eventually. Got a lot to learn before I try leading a clan. Fighting alongside Mandalore's Chosen can't hurt. Heard from Mandalore lately? Know he's letting you do your thing. You're still blood, though. I'd like to meet him.
I'll look into it for you.
Thanks. Shout if you hear something.